Over the past 5 years, Shapeless Media has made nearly 300 videos about the Skyrim mods for PlayStation. And during that time, we have gotten a lot of comments asking how we make our game look so good. So, let's clear that up. In this video, I'm going to break down our graphics mods into 3 main categories: world enhancements, city enhancements, and gameplay enhancements. The load order for all of these mods will be found over on our community tab, as well as on our Twitter, Facebook, and Discord channel. So let's do this. I want to start with world enhancements because these are the additions you will notice in your everyday gameplay, the things that make walking through the world feel better and look better. And let's jump right in with our weather mod. Epic Enhanced Console Graphics V5 by mod creator Imperial Agent 1992. This mod gives your game a lovely boost in saturation and handles the weather in a way that makes the game look gorgeous in almost any weather condition or time of day. The downside to this mod is that we find we have a lot of overcast days. Though it still looks beautiful, it's something to consider if that bothers you. Next, let's talk about lighting. We have been loving improved shadows and volumetric lighting by creator StoneSpiralGaming. Sunrise and sunset stand out like never before with this addition. I've tested it with multiple weather mods and it always complements them perfectly. Now let's get into the mods you'll want to physically change the land of Skyrim. Water and Terrain Enhancement by SparrowPrince is an oldie and a goodie. It improves the lakes and rivers by smoothing the textures and flow patterns to give them a more realistic look, while also improving transparency along the shoreline. It's time to head north to show off Whiter Snow by friend of the channel Aurllcooljay. You might be shocked to hear this, but it makes the snow whiter. Though in some lighting conditions it can be blinding, the clean, fresh look of the pure, undriven snow can add a lot to the feel of the North. Feel of the North Band, I call it. Now, we all know that you spend a lot of time walking the roads while you're playing Skyrim, so why not improve them? With Julihah's Dirt Replacer, Roads, Grass, Snow, Landscape Overhaul by, you guessed it, Julihah. This mod changes the road textures as well as adding regional variation like grass popping through, snow covering the cobbled stones, or sometimes omitting a stone path altogether. Additionally, this mod includes Julihah's Rocks and Mountains, so you can just go ahead and delete that mod and get this mod. As you walk the roads, many experienced players want to traverse without the burden of HUD. This is where Point the Way by Arthmoor comes in. The signposts in the game are now, finally, helpful. You can confidently trudge from Solitude to Riften without giving up your precious screen real estate. Okay, so now you know where to go, but how do we make that journey more interesting? Well, we use Ancient Land PS4 by Espanolrmy. This mod makes Skyrim feel like there has actually been a past. By adding monoliths, arches, statues, and more, this mod makes the history of the world come to life. Now, I don't want to shock you, but Skyrim has a lot of holds. And with the mod Hold Border Banners by Thicketford, that fact will be made very clear. When you hit the boundary of one of the holds, you'll be met by a banner that highlights what hold you're in. Now let's cross the bridge into Bridges of Skyrim by the legendary MicahGhost. Look, stone bridges are fine, but do they all have to be the same? Well, no. With this mod, you'll get a wide variety of bridge styles based on location and the faction that the bridge was built by. With this mod, crossing over water has never been more fun. Enough exploration, let's talk about locations. Like everyone's favorite place to test new weapon mods, the Valtheim Towers, with the mod Tactical Valtheim by Simon Magus 616. This mod greatly expands the existing location, adding additional functionality and visual improvements. Okay, it's almost time to move on, but there is one final mod in the World Enhancements category, and that mod is Lore and Gender Heights by Machienzo. This mod adds a deeper level of immersion to the game by adding variation in height to the different races of Skyrim. The main cities of Skyrim help break the monotony of travel while giving you new and interesting places to find quests, learn about the world, and plant roots. But that doesn't mean they can't be improved. Let's start with basically the first city that you find, Riverwood. This quaint riverside village has always been one of my favorites in the game, and it's made even better by a Rebellious Riverwood Overhaul by Rebelzize. From soup to nuts, this mod improves a city that was already great. Even the interior of the Sleeping Giant Inn gets a new lick of paint. Next, we move on to Whiterun. Green Whiterun by Yuki233515 is our favorite version. It maintains everything you love about the city while adding the touches you'd wished were always there. After playing with this mod, it'll be hard to ever go back to the boring yellow roofs of the vanilla game. Alternatively, Yuki has a brown Whiterun version for those who are looking for a similar style but a different color scheme. Well, we're talking about major cities, let's talk about Solitude. The Great City of Solitude, ported by BeVeryOfa, who we interviewed about the mod process on our podcast Behind the Mods, link in description. This mod builds the City of Solitude into what you always wanted it to be. The docks are where this mod shines. Expanding the town outside of the walls is something that the vanilla game severely lacked in almost every city, and especially Solitude. Now, you know Solitude is the capital just by approaching. Okay, Solitude is great, but now it's time to move on to one of my favorite major cities in Skyrim, and that is Riften. Julihah's Old Town Riften, City Overhaul, Exterior and Interior by Julihah is a top-tier city upgrade. Both the exterior and interior are covered, improving both into the town you'd always imagined while playing, making this a must-have mod. Okay, 3 more. Let's do this. The first gameplay mod is actually a series of mods that do the same thing, but at different levels. Skyrim by Riften offers a more stable and increased frame rate, as well as 5 increased field of view intervals. This mod, however, appears to have been broken for PlayStation 5 players after the Anniversary Edition update came out. Due to this reason, I was unable to capture any new footage of this mod, but at the time of creating this video, creator Riften has stated that he is looking into the problem. If you've played Skyrim for more than, an hour, you want kill cams. That's where a longtime mainstay mod enters with Violins, a kill move mod by the Rico. This mod is an amazing enhancement for those who want the impact of a kill cam on nearly every victim. Whether you're looking for the style, a cool animation, or because it looks good for a YouTube video, Violins is a staple of our load order and always will be. And here we are, the final mod of the day. Third-person camera by SparrowPrince takes that pesky third-person camera and makes it snappy and elegant. The days of waiting for that camera to catch up with you are over. With this mod, you can simply cut between first and third person at will, with no camera zoom. It's a small tweak, but longtime players will definitely appreciate it. And there you have it, the definitive graphics load order for Skyrim on PlayStation, in our opinion. Drop your favorite graphics mods in the comments to help give people even more options to pick from. If you want more of me, or you want to keep up on mods to improve your Skyrim game, check out our weekly Skyrim mod series, Shapeless Skyrim, every Tuesday right here on this channel. You can also catch our weekly comedy podcast, Baseless Claims, every Friday right here on the channel or on the podcast app of your choice. And you can always help us grow by subscribing to Shapeless Media and sharing us with your friends. I'll see you in the next video.